How to be effective on passing downs is one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Returnable for Lockett. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Now here are the Seahawks in great shape to start their first drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And that's really good field position they were given. Now, nothing's a gimme. We know that. They want to put it in the end zone and get 6 out of this one. If they don't, I think it'll feel like a disappointment.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 20.
Often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set the tone, defense, let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Lynch, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now Wilson on 1st down. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame.
These guys are
That's
so
what they did there.
They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again.
They'll run with Lynch, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you got to see the thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And the division title out of reach. We know that. This is as good as...
So it's just a matter of adjusting now, isn't it? And what I mean by that is mentally. Every team starts the season thinking, let's go for the #1 seed, right? Being the top team. Number 2 is pretty great. Would you rather go on the road and deal with someone, or would you rather stay at home for the playoffs? Let's go on the road and go take someone out.
On 2nd down now, it's Lynch, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
But he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Wilson. They'll buy some time right. They'll get this out to Lynch, complete. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. From the pistol, they run with Lynch, as he's got this down inside the 40. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here,
but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them. And we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
18-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the
end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. On 2nd down, it's Lynch. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marshawn Lynch with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already.
Catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Seahawks will take over at their own 20. Marshawn Lynch heading back out into the huddle, and he's found the end zone twice. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Seahawks call the second here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st down, Wilson rolling to his left. Now he'll pull it down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Got to the sticks and picked up the 1st down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Check. Let her look.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Give him 9 now, the first down. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it. Fence now set to come back out on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
57 to Mike 57.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to get this out to Marshawn Lynch.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson out to his left. He'll try and run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck
and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, it's Lynch. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen.
On that deficit.
Well, pardon me, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a minute ago.
To that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. Strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the move to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 4. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Lynch. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So after the run by Lynch, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They can't hang with us.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, let's go double count right here, double count.
They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll run for it with Lynch, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like
the Seahawks are going to win this football game.
I'm here all day.
First down, the run with Lynch. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Let's go, defense.
Now Lynch. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. So the victory here for Seattle. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Seahawks, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time.